This is Unscripted with Melanie Anderson.
Hey everybody, it's Melanie Anderson. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Unscripted with Anderson. I am coming to you today to talk to you about the great movie ride and how we need to sometimes make room for growth. This is not easy. Recently Disney World expressed that they had been, they were going to be closing down the great movie ride, which is a staple at the Disney Hollywood Studios. It's one of my favorite rides. I've ridden this, over and over and over again. As you walk into Walt Disney World over at the Hollywood Studios, you enter in and it's one of those classic rides. You sit down and you get to go through, how many years of, great evolution and memories of movies that we've all seen, whether we've only seen clips of them. It's staples in our history of, American movie making. And they had, over the summer, announced that they were going to be closing that ride. And I remember thinking, oh no, that was, one of our favorites and truly was a staple for Walt Disney World. And recently I've been thinking about some of the challenges that maybe I'm facing and maybe you are too, and how, things in our life that, maybe going, what you think as planned, and then all of a sudden, a shift happens and maybe there are changes that are needed to be made in effort for growth. And this is really hitting me as I'm going through changes in my business and in my life, all positive changes, but sometimes those changes are not easy. And when we think about how sometimes things need to be removed, sometimes things need to be maybe closed down, shut down, in effort for growth to happen. And, if we could have an attitude of, excitement and energy and the idea of all things are possible and can't wait to see what's around the corner and what's new going to be happening, it really has everything to do with our attitude and about possibilities. So if you're faced with a challenge of, maybe some decisions are needing to be made, whether it's your personal or your professional life, and things maybe need to be shut down or people removed or, whatever that may be, think about how that is going to provide room for growth, space for opportunity that maybe wouldn't be there if there wasn't change. So I'm excited to be hearing about maybe some of those things that are going to be happening in your life over the next few weeks and few months. And I can't wait to tell you about some of the things that we're working on. But I will say, just know I empathize with those challenges. And I decide, and remember, I talk to you frequently about, emotions over decisions. And sometimes we just need to make a decision and decide that this is for the best, and we need to shut things down in order for new things to arrive. I'm excited to be sharing this message with you. I can't wait to hear about, what's going on in your life, and make sure you're tuning in to us on Melanie Anderson Worldwide on our Facebook group. We've got some conversations happening, as well as our Unscripted with Melanie Anderson. We'd love to have you join in on conversations. Let us know how things are going with you, and I'd love to hear if you're enjoying our Fridays with Disney. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.